Trump is back at the White House, and the major focus now is going to be on what shape his anti-immigration stance will take. Trump has been very vocal on his anti-immigration stance, and that has largely been about illegal immigrants. But his past actions in a previous term indicate a possibility of stricter immigration rules in general. Now, this bears high significance for India because we are the highest recipients of the H-1B and L-1 visas and have the highest student population in the US. The H-1B visa allows American companies to hire skilled foreign workers in specialized occupations, while the L-1 visas allow companies to transfer employees to their US counterparts. In his past term, Trump made several attempts to significantly tighten H-1B visa norms as part of his Buy American and Hire American stance. In October 2020, he sought to increase the wage requirement for H-1B visas, requiring the minimum salaries to be set far higher than what was typically paid to similar US employees. This was, however, blocked by a federal court in December 2020. The Trump administration also sought to modify the selection process to prioritize salary and skills as against the existing lottery procedure. Another major proposal was to rescind a regulation that allowed spouses of H-1B visa holders, that's the H-4 visa holders, to work in the US. That, however, was also recently restored. It's no surprise then that during Trump's regime, rejection rates for H-1B visas rose to 17% and the rate for L-1 visas rose to 28%. H-1B visa approval rates were also at a historic low of 84.5% during Trump's first term. And with Trump now returning to power, similar policy stances cannot be ruled out. This also impacts IT companies who heavily depend on skilled workforce of Indian origin migrating to the US on these visas. In fact, Cognizant, Infosys and TCS are among the top 5 H-1B visa recipients. And any changes to H-1B could mean even higher wage and legal costs for these companies. In fact, costs have already begun rising. Earlier in the year, the US government brought about a slew of changes that made H-1B visas a lot more expensive. Registration fee has increased 2,000% to $215 from just $10 in 2019. And application fees and fees for extension have also gone up. There have also been new rules that look to curtail the eligibility by requiring jobs to demand degrees directly related to specific specialty, where, for instance, a business administration degree might be categorized as general and hence insufficient. As per industry experts, these recent changes mean employers will pay 70% more for beneficiaries on H-1B visa petitions and 201% more for employees on L-1 petitions. And any more changes to H-1B could mean even higher wage and legal costs for these companies. But the good news is that IT companies tasted the bitter pill when changes were proposed during Trump's first term and have since reduced their dependency on H-1B, thus insulating themselves from any impending changes by ramping up local hiring in the US. But for individuals hoping to live and work in the US in the future, the process is going to be a lot stricter.
For more news and updates, all you need to do is follow CNBC TV18 on all of our digital platforms.